Welcome back to BYU Sports Nation on a Friday in Studio B, and we welcome you back with a former BYU defensive lineman standout, football phenom, a guy who can probably dance better than most. His name is Travis Tuiloma. He joins us on the Deseret First Credit Union Hotline. Travis, welcome back to the program. It's been forever. How's life?
It's been a while, huh, Spencer?
Man,
I miss you a little bit.
Only a little bit?
Great.
That's how everybody else feels. Just a little bit. We miss Spencer just a little.
True.
Yes, can only give Spencer just a little bit. You know?
Okay. All right.
He takes all of it. Just what I mean. So.
Well, you're looking good, my friend, and it's great to see your face and hear your voice. Now that you're not tormenting opposing quarterbacks, what's going on in life? What are you doing professionally?
Yeah, so I work in sales. That's my main work, and then I just started strong side training this summer, right as everything has started to kind of clear up a little bit. So, yeah.
So you've taken on kind of the role of coach and mentor for a lot of the BYU linemen. Among the young players you were talking about, how and when did Camp Tuiloma begin? Kind of explain what that is.
Yeah, honestly, so Camp Tuiloma was supposed to start while I was playing, actually, but at that time, it's busy. We got work, got school, we got everything else in between the games. So I really, wasn't in a place to start that yet. And I felt finally, as this year started, I kind of started planning for it, kind of get things in place and then obviously COVID hit. So, it just slowly pushed it back all the way up until basically this summer, and finally felt like it was the right time. So,
well, clearly it's been enjoyable, and we've enjoyed seeing your social media posts as you're working with these linemen. But walk us through what the typical training session is like, and how many guys you're working with, and what's going on there.
Mm-hmm. So my typical training session, we're focused on pass rush and run block, and being able to read, what, we need to know, because a lot of the, especially our young guys, they are very raw, very talented, but alongside with all of that, you got to be able to have the mind and understand what's going on from a physical and mental perspective. So I usually just kind of start from the base. Your get off, as everybody knows, that's the most important part of being a D lineman, anticipation. And then I just slowly break things down from the get off to being able to make the play, whether it's a sack, a TFL, pursuing the ball. So really just, I work in phases, and I want my guys to understand, how to really, start and finish. So.
You mentioned the young guys and the fact that they're raw, but when you think of BYU's defensive line right now, obviously one of the first guys that pops out is Khyiris Tonga. Besides Khyiris, when you look at this defensive line, how would you evaluate the position in general?
So honestly, for me, and I've told them multiple times as we, work and as they're available to keep preparing and, sharpening their craft and whatnot. Really, I think any one of them, can take the opportunity and become the starter. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, we all know that Khyiris has kind of solidified his spot, but then I feel like every single one of them has that opportunity to go and take that spot. Like, for example, me, I was coming out from mission. There was already, kind of guys set in place. And the more I got comfortable with myself, the more, I was just like, hey, this spot is for the taking. No one has really solidified this spot yet. So that's the type of mindset that I really want people and just our BYU guys to understand, that, hey, there's three other spots there on a 4-down D lineman defense that needs to be taken. So everybody has an equal opportunity. Go take it, prove yourself and make plays.
Travis, you played on some good defenses that were really stout against the run and found a way to get consistent pressure on the quarterbacks. BYU, in terms of sacks per game, ranked 117th out of 130 last year, 78th against the rush. So numbers that obviously the coaches want to see dramatically improve. Where does that improvement need to begin for the defensive line to become a better rush defense and to get more pressure on the quarterback?
Honestly, it just, like I said at the beginning, it starts from your pass rush, from your get off, right? And from that get off, we break it down into different phases. You get off the ball and then you engage, right? You engage, and from there, what are you going to do next, right? So a lot of the time, as D linemen, D tackles, we're so focused on the engaging part where and then we kind of, forget about, we can finesse it. You know what I mean? We can do those fancy moves that the skilled guys do. So that's the difference maker right there is let's finesse it a little bit, add some more pass rush moves in there, in the plethora of moves. Because, these guys are plenty strong, plenty fast. It's just when they get to that part of the breakdown of the play where they can make a move, that's where I feel like that we just need more of, so. And then also just looking back at myself, as, when I used to play and kind of just creating something here for these players to understand, whether they're high school, middle school, and our college guys. When I used to play, I was kind of a 1 to 2 move guy, but evaluating myself back then, I was like, you know what? I could have done more. I could have had even more moves to work off of. And I think that will be the difference maker for BYU pass rush is adding more plethora of moves onto their tool bag, so the toolbox.
Speaking of when you used to play, we've been talking with a lot of former BYU players and reminiscing about their favorite moments, favorite plays. What's your most memorable moment or play while at BYU?
Honestly, I don't know, but I would say for me, I'll never forget playing in Texas at the Longhorse Stadium. Bar none, that's my favorite stadium to have been able to play in. From their fan perspective and then from our fans' perspective, and just the game that we were able to put together the last time we were down there. So I'll never forget that game for sure.
Understandably. That's a good one to rest your laurels on.
Hey, who knows? Maybe BYU and Texas will be playing each other again. Who knows?
I know. So this Big 12 news getting me excited. So, come on.
Travis,
just pull the plug.
It's great to catch up with you, man. And we know that the defensive linemen, the up-and-comers, the guys at BYU are in good hands with you coaching them. So we appreciate the effort and the time, man. Take care.
I'm excited. It's going to be great. All right.
All right, brother.
Thank you, guys.
Travis,
appreciate it.
You got it, man. Travis Tuiloma on the Travis Tuiloma on the Deseret First Credit Union Hotline. Deseret First, you know why, we show how.
That's great.